Marvel Rivals, ever since it blew up last year, has had a major problem. A lot of players, including myself, have been getting to the conclusion that rank just sucks to play.
Me and tons of other people feel this way. The matchmaking to this game absolutely sucks. There is no reason I should be putting up numbers like this in one game, and then in the next I'm putting up numbers like this. And you know what's crazy about that game? We ended up winning. The penny on the other team has more kills than both tanks combined. Like, dude, what is up with this solitaire ass matchmaking? It's literally 50-50. No matter how good you are at the game, it feels like there is a 50% chance that you can either win or lose the next game you play.
See, everybody has had the same issue with Marvel Rivals development for a while, whether it be balance changes or constant draws in your game. The most frustrating thing for all of us has to be the EOMM matchmaking system.
EOMM isn't real, it's you!
So what now? Do you just need to get good now that Rivals confirmed they don't use EOMM, which is EA's patent and would be illegal? Well, there are some really positive things to learn. First off, obviously your rank is your responsibility. You need to navigate the system just like everyone else. And most of what they're saying is true. Unstable teams are also really common. Communicating with your team to get everyone playing their preferred roles will seriously help. Loss streaks happen to everyone. Whether you believe the devs or not, stopping yourself after 2 losses always helps. You will play better. And if you believe it's engagement based, you're showing the system you don't stay engaged after a few bad games. There are also things in their statement that are cause for concern. First, they made it very clear they're not showing you everything about matchmaking. They spend a lot of time on a point calculation formula and an example of assembling a team, which is only a small part of the system. They also frame EOMM as forcing a 50% win rate to keep players engaged. That is not the only way to achieve engagement. They never explicitly say it's a skill-based matchmaking system, despite making sure to say it is not EOMM. And they never acknowledge the Fushi AI lab under NetEase that provides services like user profiling and matchmaking.
After players complained for months about how the EOMM system was ruining their games, you even had creators making videos on how to game the system. NetEase released a video basically telling everybody that there was no EOMM and that it never existed.
We received a lot of feedback from the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking. This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game. We want to be clear, Marvel Rivals does not use EOMM.
Calm down. You're safe now. There's no war in Ba Sing Se.
Now, fast forward to today, we're getting ready for Season 7, and players still have one complaint. When is the competitive system going to get better? Whether you think the useless players in your rank up game has something to do with EOMM, or that it's just toxic players throwing the game, we have to admit something is wrong with the matchmaking system, because rank is getting more boring and unfulfilling as the season passes. Even quick play now seems more like a rank than competitive itself. It seems like no matter how much you rank up, you can't seem to get constant teammates who play well. No matter what rank you are, it seems to be full of toxic players.
Yeah, Christopher, can you mute your microphone? It sounds terrible.
Bro, I'm fucking munching down.
I don't care, Nick.
Oh! Shut the fuck up then, kid.
Oh my god.
No one wants to hear your fucking mouth open and close over food, you fucking goddamn moron.
What you eating though?
I'm eating your mom.
Because Marvel Rivals competitive matchmaking is the worst one out of all other games. Now, before you all start bashing me, this isn't something that only applies to me. I'm also sure a lot of you will agree in the comments, because the truth of the matter is that the competitive experience in lower rank is almost identical to higher rank lobbies.
Okay, so recently I started a series where I solo queue from bronze all the way back to eternity, and I'm not gonna lie, it has completely changed my opinion on solo queue. Being at high elo made me completely forget that the lower ranks, like gold through diamond, aren't about player skill. They're just about how lucky you get with matchmaking. You can go on a 3, maybe even 4 game win streak, but the second you start having too much fun, the second you're 1 game off your rank up, your next team has no intention of winning. And in fact, they never even did. It's like the lineup was built to make you crash out. I'm talking Captain America, Black Widow, Iron Fist, Rocket Raccoon, And then let's just toss in a Lord Jeff in there, because why not?
So much so, it sucks the fun out of rank. Console competitive players are cooked because there is no long-term plan for them. Meanwhile, PC players get most of the tournaments, not to mention that PC players also have the best lobbies, which means better players and better practice. On console, even if you were to sweat your hardest, you would still get absolutely cooked in a high-skill PC lobby. The competitive scene can only work if the game is stable. And for now, with Netsis buffing and nerfing different characters, matches now depend on you having picked whichever character didn't get taken out to be shot 7 times in the last patch. Games don't usually depend on which team played better. It just matters if you picked the right meta characters or you contour swapped on time.
Alright, so recently there have been a bunch of debates talking about PC versus console in Marvel Rivals, and as a 4-time top 100 player on PlayStation, here are some things I think most PC players don't realize. In my opinion, the main difference between console and PC is that PC players will always be slightly ahead when it comes to mechanical skill, which means things like aiming and certain movement techs, because using a keyboard and mouse gives you more control than using a Hallmark controller.
The amount of characters that have stupid get out of jail ability is crazy. Not to mention the CC. You can't even play tank without being thrown around like a football throughout the match.
Dropping him.
Sometimes you just want to become a meta slave because your mentality goes from, this is a Marvel hero shooter game, let me play my favorite hero, to which character got overtuned this week for me to abuse in rank, and the whole thing stops feeling fun. It turns into a sort of burden where if you're not playing a meta pick, no matter how much fun you are having, you'll feel stupid and lose motivation to play rank. It's so frustrating when your games are thrown by players who either do not in our game or jump off the map constantly. Some people just straight up leave after a team fight or 2, and the ban system isn't enough. We need more harsher punishment for players like this.
Reporting in Marvel Rivals does nothing. A Reddit user reported a thrower and posted this screenshot saying that the player has been restricted from competitive matches at 1:14. But then they post a follow-up screenshot of that same guy playing a competitive game at 1:33. So unless you're cheating, then the most Marvel Rivals is gonna give you is a short timeout.
They should not be able to play for a few hours or days when they throw a game. The ban system needs to be reworked, because how can you say you banned someone when they could go watch a YouTube video, come back and be unbanned? Some of these EOMM demons needs to be banned for months. Players have known our matches have been luck based. I mean, you're constantly praying to the matchmaking system just so it doesn't hold you with bad teammates. And when you get to higher ranks where supposedly your teammates are supposed to be better, you just find out that you're still stuck with basement dwelling assholes who thinks their only enjoyment in life comes from ruining the game for other players. At the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, do we all even enjoy comp, or are we just addicted to the high that comes from it? And for other console players, why do you all keep playing? Subscribe.